going live. Hello, welcome to Pow-wow stream number 16. This is Not How You Quarantine. With me today is the Hay Camel, who we can't hear. Dramatic pause. I guess then we'll start with
Yummy, yummy, yum, yum.
Hey Messiah, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, not much. It was a quick video you had earlier today.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was meant to be kind of a quicker one. Didn't particularly care to put too much effort into it, considering the subject matter.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I agree with pretty much everyone in the chat. Like, all sympathies have just been waned.
I'm sorry, what was that?
All the sympathy has just been waned from that topic.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, he's got. I mean, basically, he's getting what he's deserved, you know? Nobody's really backing him anymore except for mental retards.
No, it was really kind of fortunate and sad, because when pretty much he was one of the first ones I was introduced to when I started YouTubing through Irate Prostate. Mm-hmm. Just to bring everyone up on topic, we're talking about Scooby for a bit.
Oh, wait, are we live?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, darn. Okay. I was about to say a whole bunch of naughty words that would have got your channel banned.
Go for it.
Nah, I don't feel like doing it now.
No, and you know, he came off as a really nice dude, and I think it was shortly after that is pretty much when everything just went to hell.
Oh yeah, no, he's one of those people who, like, you don't really like you know that they're always BSing with you, but it's just like who really cares, you know?
We all have friends like that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you got, or in my case, I got like family members and stuff like that who will say, "Oh, you know, when I was your age, I would have already worked like 12 jobs." I would have said, "Okay, well, then that just means that you have a terrible work ethic and you just suck with people then." It's not impressive, but whatever. By the way, hello, Hey Camel.
I think he is having some audio issues, or his mic's muted. StreamYard is it started acting up just before we were gonna go live. It dropped him and then it brought him back and he had no logo.
Ah, okay.
So of course we are in the middle of that.
So what is the topic for today?
Quarantining mostly. It was just me pretty much bitching about we had a not necessarily a mandatory quarantine, but you know, it was suggested that we stay home, you know, mandatory travel, all that such. And I don't think I have ever been so busy at my second job than I have starting there. And that's...
Why, is this because they have you working from home?
No.
You motherfuckers hear me now?
Yes.
No, absolutely not.
No, Camel, we cannot hear you. No, I work at a home improvement store. And yeah, it's it has been super busy since they imposed the quarantine.
Oh yeah, a bunch of lesbians want to get all their house projects done.
And, that's understandable.
Wait, what did I miss? I thought we were talking about Scooby. What happened?
We dumped it and we put it in the dumpster, like
Oh, okay.
a prom.
Where it belongs.
It's a prom baby now. It's bleeding in the dumpster.
I was trying to figure out how lesbians doing house projects had anything to do with that topic. So.
Oh.
No, we quickly changed because he got all the attention he's gonna get.
Yeah, basically.
Fair enough. So, what about these lesbians? What kind of house projects? What's going on?
No, we're talking about
Like some HGTV shit, or
No, DIY.
uh-huh.
Or if you really want to go full blown lesbian on it, you can say like those home improvement shows that they used to have on Spike TV that nobody watched.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't remember a lot from Spike TV. I remember they used to do UFC and was it a show with 1,000 Ways to Die or whatever?
Yeah, no, that was like after they were done airing that stuff, and then they just started doing like home improvement stuff because I guess it was popular or whatever.
Didn't they change that? Spike TV, what did it become?
Paramount.
That's
Paramount, yeah. Now it's not just for men.
right.
That's for little boys too.
Which is funny because it's still got the same shows and everything. It's just a different name.
Well, I still don't watch it, so there's that.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I don't watch TV, period.
Yeah, ever since I cut the cord, it's been whatever catches me on YouTube and the Holy Trinity. So
I've been taking a couple days away from being online. I've just been sitting around doing housework and watching Netflix. I got stuck on Designated Survivor. I never watched that show when it was like on air, but I got nothing better to do. So
was that
Well,
the
yeah.
Kiefer Sutherland one?
yeah, that's where Jack Bauer becomes president.
The worst possible reality.
Because everyone decides they need to die.
Well, I refuse to watch Tiger King. I'm one of those assholes. Everyone's talking about it, so I don't want to see it. I did the same thing with Napoleon Dynamite back in high school. It's like, fuck you people.
I had the pleasure of seeing it because at one of the group homes I worked at, they used to rent movies regularly.
Oh, so we're talking Napoleon Dynamite. Okay, never mind.
So, oh no, I have seen Tiger King only out of sheer force.
Jesus
Well,
Christ!
I
I feel like a toddler because I remember Napoleon Dynamite came out when I was in elementary school.
No,
it wasn't that long ago. Shit, dude.
I have never
2005, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I've never been so pissed off at a movie like since Blair
Napoleon
Witch 2.
Dynamite.
Blair Witch 2 and Napoleon Dynamite have both made me hate my life. Like I watched it at work and I sat there, and at the end of both movies I'm just like, I could have been working rather than sitting here on my ass doing nothing.
And you know that's a shit movie when you just at the end of it you're just sitting there it's like, I could have been productive. What the fuck? Like that's a horrible movie when you're sitting there thinking about the things you could have actually got done.
I could have started the Great American Novel.
I could have filed my taxes.
Probably could have cured cancer by going back in the past and getting rid of that movie.
But yeah, I mean, part of the reason why I'm refusing to watch Tiger King is also Johnny's recommendation.
It is not my recommendation.
You recommended that if I didn't like X, don't watch Y. So
Yeah, if you don't like Napoleon Dynamite, you're gonna hate Tiger King. So there you go.
I think the way you described it was a Jerry Springer episode with tigers.
Jerry Springer and meth and trailer parks.
No,
and
no, wait,
tigers.
wait. Are they trying to figure out which human is the father to the tiger pups, or?
No, that's Maury. That's a different daytime show.
Ah, okay.
Someone's got the.
I was gonna say I would watch it then.
Yeah, if there's a half human cub type hybrid out there, then yeah, that'd probably be more interesting.
It'd just be like, ooh. Because as we all know, I am the self-appointed zoophile expert here on YouTube.
Hey, Dayla, how's it going? Someone just got done binge watching Tiger King.
I have not seen that.
Oh, good.
Hey, Jack.
Don't.
I don't plan on it. No, I had the most trouble getting to sleep last night. Well, this morning I don't think I managed to get to sleep till after 6, and then I got woken up halfway through my sleep, and then an hour later I got woken up again and I just couldn't get back to sleep, so fuck it. But I woke up to an email telling me that a job I applied for, they want me to contact them, so I'm like, yay! Except, oh, my phone's out of minutes and I don't have money to top up the balance. Fuck.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah. But I think maybe I'll just try and see if I can borrow my roommate's phone when they wake up later on today.
Hey, you want in on this, Jack? We got room for one more. 2, but Sora's on her way.
Fair enough.
So, Messiah, I have to ask.
Yeah.
Why would you appoint yourself as that? How did you describe it? Expert of what again?
Expert on zoophiles on YouTube. It basically all started way back when I first made the infamous Dolphin Fucker video, which I don't know if anybody here has seen that. That's like old school Messiah, okay?
I haven't not seen that video, but I do remember that Nietzsche quote about staring into the abyss.
No. I mean, it hasn't like affected me in any way, but I'm just like, because I see it all the time anymore, and it's just like, oh man, now I feel like I'm obligated to make a video about it, Because I've done it on like dolphins, I've done it for dogs, I've done it. It's just stuff that whenever it comes up, you just feel compelled to do something about it.
Like make a video saying, "Hey, look at these sick fucks."
Essentially, yeah. It's like being a carny and at the head of a freak show.
I was just gonna say 3-ring circus right there.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to, Messiah?
Not too much. Just premiered my first video in months today, and I hate it. And evidently most people do as well. Which I can kind of understand. I didn't put any effort at all into it.
Well, it's not as if the subject needs...
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I was telling Johnny here beforehand. It's just like... Because the subject is Scooby, so it's like, okay, should I actually bother putting anything effort into this, or should I just give it the appropriate amount, which is maybe an hour of my time total.
Hey, Jack, how's it going?
Good. How you guys doing?
Not too bad. Cool. I have yet to sleep, so I'm caffeinating myself up as much as possible.
Sleep is for the weak. Just stay up. That way Freddy Krueger can't get you.
Yeah, the longer I wear the CPAP machine, then yeah, it'll keep me awake. You can't die from sleep apnea if you can't sleep.
Exactly. Suck it, death.
Oh. You know, I never had trouble sleeping from Freddy Krueger, but there was like a week or two I had trouble bathing or showering because of Freddy Krueger.
I had trouble bathing because of it.
Huh.
That's understandable. That's pretty messed up.
And then, yeah, I remember 20 years later watching that, and I'm just like, what the fuck was I even afraid of?
Well, when you're young, you have weird phobias, and strange things can trigger that. So I don't fault anyone for their phobia unless it's like that chick that I saw once that had a fear of cruise ships.
Cruise ships specifically, or just boats in general?
Cruise ships specifically. When she saw them, she'd freak out. And I was like, that seems fake. But, you know, everybody's got their thing. That's just a dumb one.
That's like being afraid of dogs with different colored eyes.
Yeah, like, it's not witchcraft anymore. So, you know, I'm sorry. That's just a silly thing to be afraid of. Unless it is a witch, then that's another ballgame altogether.
I gotta ask, did she like provide any kind of specifics as to why it was cruise ships that she was afraid of? Like,
no, I never really found that out, but I'm assuming there was probably like an Uncle Bad Touch incident or something. So I didn't delve too deeply into that because I just didn't care. I was like, this seems fake. I don't care about your stupid fear of cruise ships.
Now, can you show us exactly where on the doll the cruise ship violated you?
Yeah, can you show us on the map where you were on the cruise ship when it violated you?
Now whenever she hears a horn, it just sounds, Uncle.
Yeah, exactly. There's something about the seafood at a buffet that freaks me out. Shut up. So what's going on here? What are you guys up to?
Oh, not much. Just getting yesterday's stream out of the way because we were going to do this yesterday, but I set things up and I just almost immediately nodded off. So I think I got all the sleep I was going to get yesterday. So.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah, just kind of BSing.
So yeah, it's just to kill some time between everyone else's streams day.
Yeah, I understand. It's hard to find a time anymore where somebody isn't streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Well, especially nowadays.
Yeah. Stupid China. Thanks.
So what happened with comic book curation last night?
Sounds like it was just some kind of like internet issue. We're not real sure because we were still talking and everything seemed fine, but then chat started saying, "Hey, stream's dead. F." And then we're like, "Ah, shit." So I think Polly's bitrate dropped to 0. I'm betting it was an OBS issue.
Me
too. Because that seems the culprit, but I don't know for sure, so it's all speculation.
Well,
and they were talking about it, and I kind of zoned out and started reading comics.
Fair.
It's like, this sounds technical, not something that applies to me.
This sounds like something I have nothing to do with. I'm content with not hearing it.
Yeah, if it's technical, that doesn't involve me. That's engineering's job.
That's the producer.
Yeah, and that sounds like a role I'm not paid for. So, time to go ahead and not care about that and not try and get involved. Because what am I going to do? I'll make it worse. Like, have you tried exiting out completely? Just punch your computer. That'll help.
How about you shut down your computer and go do something productive?
Oh, let's not get carried away now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Just given that standard TV IT, have you tried turning it off and turning it back on?
Yeah,
have you tried that?
At one point, Polly got booted out of his own stream. So that was, I think, before the show or after. I don't know. It's all kind of a blur. I stream a lot now.
That's fair.
So, yeah, it was just a mess of technical issues, unfortunately.
Now, how many channels do you actually have, Jack?
That's a good question.
Do you have enough hands to count them all?
Because you shilled, I think it was at Poly, and you shilled a video, and I clicked on it, and I'm like, this guy sounds familiar. Where did I hear this guy before? And I'm like, oh, it's fucking Jack's video. Like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, I have 5 that still have videos on them. I have a 6th one that I don't remember the password to. That's been, like, never had any videos. That was just an early one where I was watching stuff. So, yeah, I try different things occasionally. I get bored.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious. I have 2 with like one video on one.
And it's a stream.
It's a stream, yeah, and I don't ever intend on doing it again.
Well, I never intended on doing it in the first place, so...
Up to 5.
Ah, I'm not alone. Awesome.
Only 3 of which have content on them.
I technically have 2. I guess would be in case one gets shut down. I got a backup.
Yeah, I think I have a couple backups floating around that I've forgotten about. Because for a while there, I had like, well, I'll try this and then see how that works, and then I never actually did anything with it. And I was like, well, it'll be a backup. Then I forget about them, and I've got to find where I wrote the password down. But not a big hurry for that.
I got a lot of ideas, just no ambition.
Yeah,
And time.
most of the stuff I want to do requires too much time and money. You know, like, I know, I will travel the U.S. going to scenic laundromats. You can tell that didn't happen.
And Jack, you realize I'm still working on that debate video that I was told you about earlier.
Hey, art takes time.
Hey, Sora, how's it going?
Hello.
Hey, Sora.
Hey, Sora.
Hi. Good morning. Very good. They're being industrious.
So you are they're stretching out your quarantine, or what's going on with that?
I'm not sure until we'll find out. We were all of April was shut down. So like I work because I work in medical. We're hoping to reopen mid-May, if not earlier. So, but the problem is they're only giving us like week to week. So it's very last minute if we're gonna open. Like for example, tomorrow, Friday, I'll be going in again to reschedule people another week. So into the second week in May. So yeah, it's not at all stressful. But
Our
they're
reopening ceremony starts tomorrow.
yay.
Apparently, the governor thought it was a good idea because our cases plateaued. That no, we're all good. Let's just end it now.
What state is that in?
Yeah.
Montana.
Oh, well. How many cases could you have to begin with?
Let's see. I'll have to look that up. Compared to most other states, it's not bad.
I was gonna say, if it's any more than 1,000, you're lying to me.
If it's more than 1,000, then that's like half the state's population.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, God, a bear has a better chance of catching it than a human up there.
Oh, let's not get carried away. We don't need that happening. We don't know how that would affect bears. It could turn them into like zombie bears, and then we're all in big trouble.
In Montana, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's all we need is a bunch of bears walking around.
Yeah. They walk up and cough in your face, and they're like, ha, and then they steal your picnic basket. Yeah, not cool.
Hey, boo-boo, give me your picnic basket before I cough on you.
Yeah, Yogi's a dick.
It was his plan all along.
We've only had I'm just looking at the new numbers. We've only had 90 deaths in BC. I don't know why I thought there was more. Okay, maybe that's callous. Maybe 90 is a lot. I don't know.
No, not really.
I don't know. Harsh would be like,
and they're all Sorry, Della. What was that?
No, it's okay. All I was gonna say was, callous would probably be like more like, well, 90, but not one of them is Yaniv, so why should I care?
Yeah, Canada was like 90. More people than that disappear on the highway.
Well, here's the thing. Let me be extremely callous. All of them were Canadian, so who cares?
Ouch.
But is he wrong?
I like the Canadians. They're worth at least 3/5 of a person.
They're worth about 2 Mexicans.
Oh, they're worth more than Mexicans. What are you talking about? They have cooler accents.
Hey.
And this is exactly why I never got into foreign exchange trading, man. Those exchange rates are too much calculation for me.
As long as our money's worth more, that's a country worth visiting.
Yep.
You know the difference between a Canadian accent and a Mexican accent? A and gay?
I've never heard that one.
Yeah.
Oh, who did we drop?
Sora's internet's acted up, I think.
Yeah. The old
Or it's
internet problem.
StreamYard, because it...
Yes, I'm about to ask, are you screen sharing this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on... I'm going through OBS with...
Okay. That's why it looks like somebody sat on my screen. All right.
Maybe because somebody sat on your screen and you got like freaky with it and then you forgot.
Yeah,
that's why it looks like butt cheeks.
That's a definite possibility.
Yeah,
Kyler's saying that house cats have tested positive. That is worrying. Wander around, there's some cougars coughing and hacking out in the woods. No, not cool.
Oh, me and the girlfriend have some cats. Tell me they can get the coof. That is worrying.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. I got some barn cats, and they get around. They're little neighborhood food whores.
Well, we've got a couple that are indoors and one that's outdoor, and that's the one I'd be worried about.
Yeah.
Now my ex, she has a couple barn cats, but they're indoor cats, and those things look like fucking fat asses. I guess they don't. I mean, the only exercise they get is when they when they fight around with each other.
And the fatter they get, the less they do that. It's just sort of this half-ass slap.
Yeah, it's just they lay down and kick each other with the back paws.
Yeah, that's wow. Turns into like a Jimmy and Timmy fight.
Now, just let them wear each other out.
They're all tuckered out from rolling around on the floor.
Sorry.
I was going to look at the data on the cases in my state, and it won't load properly.
Yep. I can't
I'm trying to figure out if that's my internet or if that's just the state's shit.
Well, it's a government site, so it's probably used GeoCities, and they might not be up right now.
Probably using a Chinese server.
Yeah.
Prodigy.
Let's see here.
Okay. Montana. Now, give me the numbers. Why aren't you giving me the numbers?
They don't want you to know.
No, we've had like maybe 11 deaths.
Alrighty, let's see here.
Wow.
Maybe.
In my state, which I think I'm the most eastward of all of you, 14,142 confirmed cases, 656 deaths.
Oh.
Are you pretty populous?
We are populous in like 3 total areas, and they all begin with C. Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati.
Let's see. 179 total deaths in my state and 2 in my county.
Do you know if your deaths are they mostly like the elderly in homes? Because here that's what it is, unfortunately. Well,
yeah,
I mean,
80,
I guess it's more positive, but
80% of the deaths in Oklahoma have been 65 or older.
All it's giving me is the median age of 51, but then again, all it really takes is one toddler who basically trips on a rock anymore, and then they count that as part of the statistics. So,
Yeah.
Well, we have 442 cases and 14 deaths.
Because that's how they count it, is the issue, and I really don't like it. It's just the fact that they like if you die and you are infected with it, they count it as the disease being responsible for it. Whereas you could have a heart attack and it's like, oh well, I guess the COVID killed this guy. Yes.
Yeah, it depends if you're asymptomatic or not, and they don't really give you any of those numbers because they're going to get a big reimbursement from the government for treating you. So if you died of a heart attack and you happen to have it, then they get a big payout.
Right.
So.
Oh, that's what's going to happen now? That's bad.
Yeah, they get treatment for COVID money up to like $35,000 per patient or something like that. But there's also like they cover all the treatment costs, and then they throw this extra money on it.
Yeah, so you can stab Granddad in the eyes with scissors after he contracts it, and then you're entitled to some money.
Yeah, and it's pretty messed up.
Okay, let's see here. Yeah, most of the places we have are pretty low in count as far as cases. There's one county that has 146, and then the next highest one is 76. And then it's pretty sharp decline from that.
The one I'm worried about is that county that's got like one dude living there. Because I remember there was a guy, he was one of the only, if not the only resident in the entire county in Montana, and they had to wait on him to vote one year. And I'm worried that guy's going to get it because then it'll be 100%.
The true power
and
of that one individual.
I'm pulling out of Moore County with one vote.
Yeah, because you go county by county for those vote totals. That ranks up there.
Oof.
looking at overall Canadian numbers, we're actually third in deaths anyway.
That's not cool.
Yeah, but it's just like the leap is we're 90 and Quebec is number 1 at 1,134.
You guys aren't striving to be the best.
No.
Wow, it's all those French.
Third place is okay.
Is it though?
Well, Alberta has the participation ribbon with 66 deaths.
Yeah. Yeah, 33,401 cases, 1,310 recovered, and 66 deaths.
What the heck is happening in Quebec? Is it just because it's such a big entrance hub into Canada?
No, it's the French.
It's the French.
Yeah, it's the French.
Is it French?
It's because
Yeah.
the French.
It's the French. They have already resided to surrendering to the virus.
Yeah. They're waving white flags while chewing on baguettes before kissing each other on the cheek. There's a lot of problems in that sentence. So,
Don't forget the potatoes too.
Oh yeah, well, you can't have butt plugs in every country.
Oh,
You use the potatoes.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if that's a fact. I don't know how Canada works.
It gives new whole meaning to the word famine.
Yeah, and even like moose don't want to be in Quebec. They're like, no, we're real animals. We don't go over there.
we're civilized people.
Yeah, we'd rather hang out in the woods than hang out with those cheese-eating surrender monkeys. No.
They're not even real French, which is worse.
Yeah, pseudo-French, they're French posters. They're not imposters because that implies more interesting and effort. They're
Yes.
French posters.
Yes. Like, if you're gonna fucking imitate someone, couldn't you imitate a cool group of people? Like, fuck off.
Yeah, like how all of Canada imitates America.
Yeah, because they're like, hey, our cool brothers to the south. Because I mean, we love Canada as much as we give you guys a hard time.
Totally, exactly.
To us, you guys are just a really big Michigan.
Love
That's
it.
terrifying.
I've always maintained that Canada is like America's attic. We don't pay attention to it until some old cool shit falls out.
No, we take all kinds of cool stuff from Canada. We took Shatner. We took
Nimoy.
Rush?
Yeah, Nimoy, Celine Dion, Rush. Unfortunately, you also gave us Bieber, and we're a little angry about that one.
Drake.
The Weeknd.
I don't know. I saw that episode of Degrassi High where he got shot, and I was like, eh.
Was it his name Jimmy?
Yeah,
Or something like that. I don't know.
I was looking forward to going to the. I keep on telling my friends I was looking forward to going to the comic book convention in Seattle, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go get shaken like a paint can. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, Michael J. Fox is gonna be there. I'm at least gonna go say hi.
Oh.
And people wonder why I usually have no friends.
No, see, you're just holding out for quality people that have a sense of humor.
Although I can't believe I was working. I think Saturday was our $195,000 day,
Wow.
and me and the gal I was working with, it was just us two in the two departments, and they were like maybe like the second and third busiest department in the store. And we were sitting there, and she's eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I'm kind of sitting in the corner next to her with a thing of donuts, those little mini donuts.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the guys comes in and he goes, "Oh, you guys are hiding in here?" I go, "Yeah, this is the Anne Frank room." And he just sort of looks at me like he's offended, but he doesn't get it.
It's like, I know I should be offended by this.
And I go, yeah, we can hide in here all we want, but we know someone's coming for us.
You
But
should have
it's so
started a
dark.
journal. Dear Diary, day 4 of hiding out in the Anne Frank room.
No, the gal I was sitting next to, she like almost threw up her sandwich because she was laughing so hard.
That's awesome.
What are people purchasing? Are they just doing like painting or
Butt plugs.
building a deck?
Butt plugs.
Actually, pretty much all of it.
I thought he was going to affirm what I just said. Well, actually, yes.
I
Well,
wouldn't be surprised there, Messiah.
Well, if you have
like,
the right,
it would not surprise me. A DIY thing like that, maybe they could do it. I'm sure there's I'm sure there's a YouTube video they can follow.
Yeah, you need a wood turning machine. You need a good, some nice cut of would. You can make it the
They have
shape.
some nice smooth cedar over in aisle 20.
I would just make one out of bathroom tile.
Oh God!
Yeah, just like stack them all up on them, and then just carve it out, and then it'll be all nice and cold.
I think people start getting ambitious around this time, and they're like, "I'm going to build a water park in my yard." You start out with like, "I'm going to improve the deck," and then next thing you know, you've got a slide involved.
Yeah, why do I have a spiral staircase sticking off the side of my roof?
Because it seemed like a good idea during quarantine.
Yeah, a lot of it is people just losing their minds and needing something to do, and home improvement projects are probably the best thing to do at the time.
Yeah,
but,
go out on a bicycle, find a news anchor, and then start yelling at him.
But in the
that's just fun.
That's a hobby.
Yeah, and then a week later, they show news footage of him crawling out of his basement, all triumphant, because he claims that he's been down there for past 2 weeks.
Was he playing Warcraft?
No, he was doing his own. I'm of course talking about younger Fredo. He was doing his own show down there.
Yeah, that nobody watches. If nobody watches your show, are you doing a show?
Well, I mean, I do a show every Sunday, but I feel like nobody usually watches it.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, SciFK channel, Durat's Color. Check it out. Here's my shameless plug.
There you go.
How many people are watching this? All 9 of you?
9.
All right. All of you should show up.
How many of those 9 are in this call?
Type in the chat, Messiah.
Hmm?
Link to your. Can you
I
type in
can't.
the chat just so we go to your? Oh, you cannot.
No, I cannot. I am without the power of Thor's mighty wrench.
Let's just leave the name of your channel in there. They can search it. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, I'm already on it.
This is my channel where
And I
I
just linked
sometimes
Thank you, Della.
Beat you.
That was on it.
Nice work.
post.
See, I was
Man,
on
it-
it talking about it.
It is a weird day in the trending topics.
Well, the longer this goes on, the weirder shit's gonna get because people have time to think all those
thank you, Della.
thoughts, and they don't have the average person doesn't have a lot of hobbies, so they start thinking about things more, then they start exploring things, and then it gets weird because you got too much time and you already looked at all the stuff that like kind of popped into your head, and now you started chasing links and having weird internet adventures, and next thing you know, you're looking at whaling and how like whale blubber was turned into oil lamps or fuel for oil lamps, and shit just gets real.
Yeah, no, I've learned how to fix a 2005 iPod Nano.
I'm not even talking about the do-it-yourself stuff. I'm talking about just like the trending topics. We have Alex Trebek, Bin Laden, and Nelly.
No.
That sounds like
in
the
that
worst.
order.
What's Nelly doing?
Well, no, it's a buddy
What the
cop
heck is
movie
Bin
in the-
Laden doing?
No, it's a buddy cop movie. This is how we really caught Bin Laden. Alex Trebek and Nelly had a team up, and in thongs.
And through the power of trivia and sneakers, they managed to track down the world's #1 terrorist.
Exactly. And right before they killed Bin Laden, Trebek was like, "You didn't phrase it in the form of a question," and then shoots Bin Laden right there. I'd watch that movie.
Especially if it ends like
Alex
that.
Trebek seems like the kind of guy who would shoot somebody's son right in front of him.
Oh, and apparently, Johnny, that thing I was telling you earlier, that was from earlier today because Juggalos is a couple spots down on the trending from that.
God.
I saw a screenshot earlier somebody took of the trending tab, and I didn't realize it was from today because it had Alex Trebek, Bin Laden, and Juggalos.
See, yeah, maybe they recruit the Juggalos to help them distract the Pakistanis while they go in to take out Bin Laden. Again, I every second I want to watch this movie more and more. I don't care about the insane clown posse, but the idea of a bunch of clowns attacking the Pakistani military strikes my fancy for some reason.
Just a faction of juggalos and insurgents.
Yeah, it's our crazy people versus your crazy people, and we're gonna win. That's just how it is.
Oh,
Say
yeah,
what you will
Pakis
about the
do have
Juggalos.
nukes.
The reason why the Juggalos are trending is because apparently it took the Great Coup to cancel the gathering of the Juggalos.
Yeah,
There will be no gathering of the Juggalos in 2020 due to the
Oh my,
the
what a
Kung Flu.
massive loss to the whole of humanity.
I just
can't
think back
believe
to
it.
high school, and I can still picture the faces of kids who listen to Insane Clown Posse, and I can just see them being, just bummed.
yeah, because it's partly because they can't grow facial hair, because testosterone's new to them. Do we have any Juggalos in here? Because
It grows in like the crease of their neck, like right where the chin meets the rest of their neck, but only in that one specific area.
yeah, well,
Like it's really thick in the chop area, but everything else is just like pubic hair.
yeah,
There you go.
they're like glorified sideburns, but not all the way down. Just sort of like, hey, look, we're trying here.
Yeah, apparently Osama bin Laden wanted to kill President Obama so that a totally unprepared Joe Biden would be president. And the reason why Nelly is trending is because apparently some other rappers said that he was the reason why people wanted to wear Air Force Ones, the Nike sneakers. And I've never even heard of this dude, so I'm gonna go ahead and give that one to Nelly. But yeah, this is how bored I've gotten. Is I've actually started looking at like the trending topics on Twitter. That's the extent of my boredom. Because unlike everyone else who's climbing the walls, I've prepared for this moment my entire life. I can sit in a room by myself and be fine. I'm easily amused. So
Well, see, that's kind of the trick to getting through things like this, is to either already be an agoraphobe or borderline shut-in of some kind, or just be comfortable enough that you have the internet to goof off.
now I did lose a power for like an hour or two the other day.
Oh, that's nerve-wracking.
That made me nervous. I was like, oh shit. Because I was sitting there like, I got everything I need, phone bills paid, internet bills paid, rent's taken care of, all that stuff, needs are met. Now I just, do my housework and just chill. And then the power goes off. It's like, all right, no YouTube, no Netflix, no Twitter, no Discord. Shit, I guess I need to read a book.
But they have great battery life.
No, actually, I picked up a book that I hadn't been reading, and I read it years ago. It's a fairly decent like historical fiction of like the space race after World War II.
Oh,
it's just simple title called Space. It's by an author named James Mencher, and it's pretty cool. It goes through from like Operation Paperclip up through I want to say like the end of the Apollo missions. And just fictionalized the account of it pretty much. Yeah, I got a few chapters through that before power came back on. I was like, all right, back to watching Jack Bauer's president. Let's do this.
Yeah, I've been doing audiobooks because I'm not a reader.
That's why I love Dan Carlin's Hardcore History. I can sit there. He's got like, it's gonna be like 5 hours long. I can just sit there playing video games and feel like I'm smart, and I actually have to be smart. It's a win-win. All right, nobody want to go on?
No, I don't know how to follow that up.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I was busy playing a game.
Well,
No.
they're like,
Actually,
yeah.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
How do you enjoy the audiobooks? 'Cause I don't mind listening to things like podcasts where people are talking about like regular things, but I don't know if how do they usually do for fiction books?
The last one actually I read was like I'm doing the work. The last one I had was
Gilbert Gottfried's 50 Shades of Grey.
no, I can barely
God.
make it through before getting bothered. It was one of the Michael Bennett series. I can't remember which one offhand, but it's a James Patterson novel, and part of it is read by Bobby Cannavale, and the other part is read by because they had it through like one chapter would be, Michael Bennett's scenario, and then the next chapter would be like the villain's kind of what's going on over there. And so you would have Bobby Cannavale reading Michael Bennett's stuff, and you have the other guy reading the stuff going around with the villain. And it kind of just sort of it's kind of like reading a movie, I guess, would be
Okay.
a way to see it. Like I can picture it in my head like it would be with any book, except for I think with the benefit with audiobooks is that you're not misreading anything. Like they are putting it the way it's meant to be read. If that makes any sense.
Okay.
Absolutely none whatsoever.
Look, I don't like how you guys are like, I'm doing something practical and smart, and I'm sitting here watching Bigfoot videos because that makes me giggle.
Jack, half the time I'm listening to you and Monkey while I'm sitting there playing 7 Days to Die.
Yeah, you're getting smarter. Like I said.
Well, it got so bad that yesterday I actually watched Monkey in the Morning, Lords of the Night, and his gaming stream. As in, all day. And I'm like, oh no, I've become fused to the couch.
You poor woman.
I was gambling with my relationship by showing a video of a cat furiously masturbating.
Oh my god!
Because I couldn't help but laugh at it.
I have to share this. Others must know.
I gotta see if I can find it. It is.
I'm sorry, what?
It is it's a cat diddling
It's a
itself.
cat jerking it. Jesus Lord.
Look.
Come on, people. Amateurs.
Even that cat knows that pussy's designed to be played with.
Besides over here, like, act like you've never seen it before. God.
Hey, our
Everybody
resident
big shock.
zoophile is he's probably seen one.
Zoophile expert.
Oh yeah, not resident zoophile. Sorry, zoophile
Yeah.
expert. I gotta remember to add that word.
I mean, there's a reason I don't have any pets, and the reason I don't have any pets is because they're all dead.
Aw.
Nothing malicious.
I was gonna say, are you bedwetting and torturing animals, bedwetting?
Setting any fires?
Yes, fire starting. Are you trying to tell us something here? Are there bodies in your crawl space?
Of course.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, okay.
But they're all under the age of 15, so nobody's going to miss them.
Well, that was going to be my next question. Do you have a
No.
full of small shoes?
Listen. None of them had it. None of them had jobs, so nobody cares.
In a city full of
Aw.
orphanages, you're bound to find a couple.
Hey, guess what? There's no orphanages near me.
Not anymore.
Yeah, there aren't any stray cats in your Chinese restaurants either. I'm not saying anything.
Silver lining, he is helping to reduce the carbon footprint.
That's a
No.
fair
And the
point.
simian population, yes.
Yeah, those are people that aren't driving SUVs in the future.
Yeah.
Thank you, Earth.
And that is the future that Greta has for us.
True story.
It's just awkwardly going now.
Yeah, no.
See?
I was trying to think of a Greta-related springboard for that conversation, but
No.
See, this is why I'm a
I
terrible
mean,
co-host.
I went down the whole checklist: fetal alcohol syndrome. How dare you? I'm drawing a blank on that one.
See,
Is it wrong that in my head I keep shipping her with David Hogg?
Yes, because she's
Yeah, I
underage.
can see it.
Well, they're both about the same
How old
age.
is he?
He's like 20.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's like
yeah, okay.
17.
Well,
Give them a couple years.
To be fair, they're both mentally retarded, so there's really
Yeah.
no laws against it there.
Yeah, and they can like bang their helmets together, going "I love you." That was mean. I'm sorry.
That was terrible.
you mean like that TikTok video?
No. Listen. They could take a shower together with their water wings.
Yeah, but there were. What are the handlers gonna do?
And one of them would end up drowning. Then again, Greta doesn't believe in showers. What am I talking about?
Yeah, she looks very granola. Her parents look like hippies, and
Does it surprise anyone that they are heavily involved in theater?
no,
Not at all.
I'm a big believer. There's a strong correlation between theater and Antifa.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they are both overly dramatic.
Well, they're involved in Antifa too. So
I can't stand theater kids. I went to school with theater kids. They're horrible people. I'm sorry if anyone here was a theater child.
Actually, I was.
I'm not offended. I've seen it firsthand.
I'll have you know, I was different. I was always this kind of lame person growing up. Not the theater kid kind of lame.
I was the theater kid who bullied the other theater kids, though. So do I get a pass?
Depends on why. Was it because they don't understand the craft? They cannot read and feel the anguish of the script.
Because
If
it's
you're
not
that,
personal
then yeah,
brats,
no.
they're not entitled. That's why I did it.
It was like a mixture of pretty much both of those two things. No. To be perfectly honest, it was just it was a group of kids who, like, would say that they knew how to act, and then when they actually got up on stage, they just had no idea how to act.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this. I'm posting it in the chat. Watch at your own peril.
No thanks.
What is it? Is it the special needs children doing slam poetry?
No, it's the masturbating cat.
Oh,
yeah, if you want to find that, you just look up werewolf special needs, and that'll pop right up. That'll send you down a spiral of internet adventures you'll regret
look,
for
it's
the
a
rest of
pussy
your life.
rubbing a pussy. Why does it say it's a joy?
He's having fun.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah.
It's so horrible. You poor self-loathing people. Don't you understand that you're damaging your kind?
Oh God.
Let me see if I can find those. If they're still up on YouTube.
Oh, the slam poetry? Yeah,
Nice
it's still
slap.
up.
Let me see.
How dare you?
Yeah, just type in
Hey,
special
Kefty.
slam poetry or special poetry, and it'll come up.
Is that the one that one of them's like, I am a werewolf?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the guy who
Absolutely.
is acting like he's missing a chromosome or two.
Yeah, acting.
My name's Johnny, and I like bicycles and dolphins.
Ripping children apart. Oh. You know what else came up in the
There we
search
are.
results when
There
I
we
typed
are.
it in? Was further down, I got China is asshole.
Oh yeah, no, you're gonna get that. And which one is the good one? Let me see here. This is it. Oh wait a minute, darn! I don't have a wrench. Never mind.
Oh,
Johnny, why haven't you fixed that yet?
Yeah, I'm the
Apparently.
most entertaining one of us on here. Jeez.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's not get carried away there.
How dare you?
All right, let me put it to you this way: I'm the one I'm the one on the stream who is the farthest away from Canada.
Rub it in.
I think without actually being in Canada, I can say I'm the closest.
Yeah, see. Hey, at least you're not in Michigan. Michigan's got like that little mitt hand that's like trying to cop a feel of Canada.
It's trying to keep you guys away. Like, pushing at it. Like, fuck off.
oh, so
That's
apparently
nice.
Elizabeth Warren, one of her brothers, was one of the Oklahoma deaths from the coof. Well, that sucks. Oh dear God, what's wrong with Danny Trejo? Why is he trending?
Wait, what?
Oh shit!
What happened?
Oh, okay. Apparently he's doing something with I guess like the governor's office, trying to keep people to stay at home. Never mind, false alarm, folks. Whew.
So you wandered through the neighborhood checking doors to see if they're locked? Because that'd be terrifying.
There you
I'm
go,
staying
there's-
here, man. That guy's scary.
There's a
Check
link to it
this,
inside.
stay
there.
indoors.
Check your home security, man. I just
Machete
gave him
says, "Stay at home."
Machete says stay indoors, or I'm coming for you.
What kind of TV you got?
One with a back on it.
For now.
Talk about someone who got a lucky break, man.
Yeah.
What, a TV with a back on it? I mean,
No,
hard to find.
Danny Trejo.
Well, who got a break and made the most out of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him. That's quite a story of his,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, that doesn't happen to everybody.
No.
What, going to prison and teach an actor how to box?
No, I think it was after he got out.
Yeah,
He just
did.
happened upon a movie set and
Hey, you look like a scary Mexican. Come over here.
I don't mind to
Well, yeah,
come
he
off
got on
all-
that set, and then he ended up teaching Eric Roberts how to box for one of his roles. I think it was that same movie, wasn't it? I have to look at IMDb. Here we go.
Yep.
But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's the story I heard, was that he ended up getting on that movie was it, as an extra, and Eric Roberts needed a boxing coach for his role.
Johnny, I put the link to what I was talking about earlier in the StreamYards chat.
Okay.
Yeah, when he was in San Quentin, he won the lightweight and welterweight boxing titles. Completed 12-step program. he was I guess a sponsor for somebody who worked on the set of Runaway Train. Was offered the role as a convict extra. Oh, the screenwriter did time with Trejo in San Quentin.
Who did?
The screenwriter for Runaway Train did time with Trejo in San Quentin.
Ah.
Remembered his boxing skills, offered him $320 per day to train actors for a boxing match. And yeah, he was training Eric Roberts.
At $320 a day? Shit, I'll train Eric Roberts. But yeah, just throw a punch at that dude. Good job. Yeah, nice form.
Yeah, $320 a day in 1985 money. I'll take it.
Stick the jab, Eric.
Yeah, move your feet. Don't stand there. Put your
Head
arms
movement,
up.
bob and weave.
Yeah. Float like a butterfly or some shit.
And don't forget that wind up.
Then you'll come crawling back for another taste of sweet, sweet candy.
That's just thrown in there.
No.
All right.
Like, and this is why I'm a terrible co-host. I would just let that awkward pause at the end. I would just leaned into it and see how long we could take it.
Right?
Just wait for everybody to remain perfectly silent until somebody lets out one rip. And the rest of the conversation is just about how epic that fart was.
Fuck yeah! It's like, hey, can you guys smell that from here? Acting on instinct, I crapped on my feet.
It was last night's Sloppy Joe's.
Oh, ew.
Okay. So yeah, apparently also they're doing like NFL draft, which I don't care about in the least. That's another trending topic.
The only thing
They haven't paused that? How are they playing?
They're not playing. It's the draft. They're drafting new players into the league.
But for what? I guess for next.
Next
When's
season.
this next? When's that start? I don't know anything about sports.
Preseason for the NFL usually start around late August, early September.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Let's put it this way. When he says football, what do you think of?
Oh, she's Canadian. They have
Proper football.
Oh, you're talking soccer. Okay.
Yeah, you're talking leg ball.
No, proper football's American football.
Hand egg is boring.
Yeah, but we're gonna end in a tie and fall down and pretend we got hurt a lot. Is called soccer.
It is so much fun to watch live.
No, it's not. I've seen it.
No, it is not.
Oh, look, they're taking a break again. Oh, look, that guy's pretending he's hurt.
I bet the only time I care about like NFL preseason is like when it's the Olympics that summer.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, thank God, something other than the fucking Olympics. If I gotta watch,
what are you saying? You don't
more
like watching the
swimming race.
same 4 events during the Olympics?
Well, no, it's you end up seeing shit that like fencing. Really, that's an Olympic sport. Come on.
It is. It's chess. It's chess with swords. It is very difficult.
No,
I fenced for a little bit.
If you want me to pay attention to fencing, somebody better lose some limbs.
Yeah.
It is really difficult. It's all a mental game.
That sounds very French.
Come on.
I only ever pay attention to the professional lightsaber circuit.
Yeah, like
Okay,
we
see, now
prance
that-
around.
Where a bunch of grown men show up to like a children's playground at midnight and then just thwack a bunch of Hasbro swords at each other.
You put that in the Olympics, I might watch.
I've
Yeah.
actually fucking
It's probably
seen
the
that.
special Olympics.
I've actually
They all
fucking
have
seen
to-
that.
They all have to be really fat, though.
Oh, they all are.
Yeah, dressed as Jedis or Sith, and yeah, then I'm in. But fencing is like the laziest sword fight you've ever seen because they stop after one hit. No, you stabbed him and then you keep stabbing him
There was
until
a
he
movie.
submits or dies. That's how you do that.
There was when I was in high school. I woke up in the middle of the night, couldn't get back to sleep, so I turned on my TV, and the first movie that popped up, these two guys were fencing, and it was competitive, and they did this thing, and somehow the sword broke and ended up stabbing the other guy in the face.
Oh.
See, that's a fight.
And I'm like, well,
finally, it's
I'm not going
entertaining.
back to sleep anytime soon. Like,
Yeah, you're gonna have nightmares about that, but at the same time, like, you're also kind of compelled to watch. Like, is something else cool gonna happen? Are two of the coaches gonna duke it out? What's next?
well, then
How do you top that?
Then it turned out it was in French, so I'm like, I'm done. I'll go watch something else.
Yeah, that'll turn your brain off.
Yeah, see, just like the French sport to like surrender after one hit.
Well, it's kind of hard not to surrender when you're dead.
Whatever. That's their rules.
It's just a flesh wound.
Slows somebody down. You bunch of losers.
You can't surrender when you're dead, so you win, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that how that works?
Well, didn't Trudeau say your enemies they win? Canadians?
What?
What?
I said, didn't Trudeau say that if you kill your enemies, they win?
I don't know, did he?
Did he actually?
I would not be surprised.
I mean, that does sound like a Trudeau.
Or was that somebody else?
Which Trudeau?
Justin. Castro.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
I could have sworn that was a meme from a while ago.
I don't know.
It wasn't
That's all
me.
I'm saying is I don't know.
It might be a meme, not necessarily a
statement of record.
Nobody laughed at my joke, and that was an epic joke. Just shut up, all of you.
Well, maybe
Oh,
if
I'm
you
so
said it when we could
sorry.
hear it, we could appreciate it more.
I called
It was a good
Justin
joke.
Trudeau Big Tyrone. Trudeau.
Oh.
Because
wrong.
See, now I just feel silly. Now I...
Oh, Shio, that's gross.
I was just gonna let that one sit in chat because that's good. I'll get in trouble for following that one up.
I miss Shioisms.
No, that wasn't the video I was thinking about there, Messiah. There was that TikTok video of that guy who is pretending to be a werewolf or whatever.
Oh, that guy.
You're implying that I somehow watch TikTok.
It made its way around the Twitters for a bit.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that kind of like people throw it in your face, like
I've
that
seen it in
okay
a
boomer
YouTube
chick.
video.
Yeah, isn't that guy like a furry or something?
Wait, is it?
Yeah, now I
Is
know
it
that
my
I didn't
favorite
watch
guy? Like in every way, but physical. I am a wolf. Is it that guy?
I don't think so.
No, that's an older
Oh.
clip. I know that one.
He's
No, I'm gonna have to see if I
my
can find it.
most favorite thing in the world.
Magog did a video on it, and that popped
In every
up
single
there.
way except physicality, I am a wolf.
Bark.
Yeah.
Oh no! He starts
He goes to
barking.
bark
That's right.
and he yips. He goes woof. Oh god, I love that person so much. I really do.
Why?
It's just so funny.
When
But
I look at a
mean,
person like that, all I see is firewood.
I mean, I'm sorry they've gone to that place, but at the same time, it's just sometimes it's something so freeing about them. Oh god.
Well, I mean, it kind of goes back to my hobby of watching stupid people online to feel smarter myself.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's yeah,
I
no. I mean, I'm doing it even now. Right now. I got a tab open. I'm watching this guy. His name is Johnny Hellcat. I don't know. He's got a string with like 6 different schmucks on there. One of them's kind of handsome, but
Well, thank you.
you're welcome. Whoever wants to claim that.
But that's kind of what humans do.
What kind of mean?
Watch others that are not so smart to make themselves feel smart.
Yeah, but then somebody calls the cops and they're like, "Why are you looking in these windows?"
Officer, she's a very dumb girl. I mean, she left her blinds wide open.
Yeah, she clearly wanted
It
me.
was an invitation.
I was just watching to feel better about myself.
I was concerned that she was in danger, so I had to make sure that
I was guarding the window. I swear to God.
I might be misquoting this, but it's like Crystalia said. It's not peeping if you're not up next to the window.
That's right. If you're doing it with binoculars from the shrubbery, you're okay.
As long as you're not on their property, so you can even
Yeah, it's my property. I'm allowed to do what I want.
It's a casual glance.
I mean, as long as I'm on my property, everything the light touches belongs to me, including the neighbor lady who's left her blinds wide open.
Well, she stepped onto my property. That means she wants it.
She is property now.
She stepped onto my property. She has become my property.
She deserved it. You should have seen where she was standing.
Two very different versions of the Lion King.
Whatever.
Mine's better.
Mine's sexier. I mean,
yeah, what version of the Lion King have you been watching?
I don't know. I found it on this place called Pornhub.
I was gonna ask, did it say parody?
No, it just said triple X. You can tell how good a movie is by how many X's are in it.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's how many critics gave it a positive score.
Critics don't like Vin Diesel movies. Who are you trying to fool?
I don't even think Vin Diesel likes Vin Diesel movies.
Oh, wow.
I did good in this one.
I drive car real fast. Vroom, vroom.
He should do more Disney movies. He's very good at it.
Oh, for crying out.
No, he shouldn't.
When he has four words that he has to say.
He played well, and he did a Disney movie called The Pacifier, which I have shamefully watched like 20 times, and it's very funny. And there's a attack duck in it, and like Vin Diesel was the best of that movie.
Look, if it keeps him from doing a Fast and Furious movie, I'm all in for it.
Yeah, I'll agree to that.
I like him a lot.
I think the next Fast and Furious movie should just be The Rock and Tyrese just fighting to the death.
Hey, Jack, I got a question for you.
Exaggerated wrench fight.
Yo.
Since we're on the topic of Vin Diesel, that movie he did, Bloodshot, is that a comic book movie?
Yeah, it's based off of a Valiant comic book series.
Because I've seen it pop up on the YouTube movies, I don't think it's buy or rent. I think it's just buy at this point.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out in theaters like the week of the shutdown, so it got really boned on that one, which is sad because I kind of wanted to see it to see if it was any good.
Yeah, I was kind of interested in to see what that was going to be about.
I actually did like Pitch Black.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
He was all right in Saving Private Ryan. He's a decent enough actor. It's just I'm tired of seeing cars and explosions.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
The Fast and Furious movies should just end with everyone just driving off a cliff like James Dean style.
I'm pretty sure they did that in one of the previous movies already, man. They've driven off cliffs, they've driven off buildings, airplanes, yada yada. You know what? They're going to drive off the space station. Well, no. That's the end right there.
Yes, they need on the moon.
No, no. What I would like to see is they use Saturn's rings as a racetrack.
Yeah, now I kind of want to watch some race moon rovers. Thanks for that.
Moonraker version.
They beat
And
the
it
bad
has-
guy by propelling him into the sun by driving around him really fast.
You know what? The last Fast and the Furious movie, they're gonna rope in Ben Affleck, and he's going to Evil Knievel off of an asteroid headed towards Earth. That's the last one.
Oh yeah, but it'll be the one where they steal a DeLorean that can go through time, and they'll have like a whole cross time caper.
Would that be
You know what'll happen.
Would that be the asteroid with Bruce Willis's dead body on it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Aw.
yeah. That's the one. Spoiler, Johnny. Goddamn.
We
and
just
and
wrote
it was
a-
Earth all along. The end.
Yeah, literally, we just wrote a better movie than all of them combined.
Drive car fast into moon. Vroom, vroom.
Now going back to the Fast and Furious one, it's like I live 10 minutes at a time.
Yeah, I would like to see a video compilation of them all sitting in front of green screens trying to recreate the movie. Since they're all in quarantine, they could still film it. The actual driving sounds just Vin Diesel going vroom.
It's all practical effects, like back in the day when they used to just have the guy
Yeah.
with the jack, and he just jack the thing up.
Yeah, they're sitting in their garage, and somebody's outside shaking the car, and there's a green screen surrounding them, so you see like a bunch of really close trees and roadway that obviously he's not on, and they're just shaking the car. There's like a 10-year-old kid out there shaking it.
I wasn't even gonna put that much effort into it. I was just gonna have like one of those the e-racers, where they got the steering wheel and the pedals, but they're just playing video games.
The plot of it is that they're trying to steal the formula for coronavirus from the Chinese, and at the very end, Vin Diesel busts a hole through the White House, comes out with like the tube, hands it to Trump, and says, "There you go, Mr. President. You always believed in me."
And then they crack open a couple of Corona lights and end credits.
Yeah, exactly.
Real quick, let me grab this. Thank you, Shio, on the Streamlabs. I've learned that if you spell out the alphabet on her clitoris with your tongue, you lose your teaching job and get arrested.
Oh. Oh, God,
read these
Gio.
for, thank you, Shio.
Whose?
I'm not repeating that. Jesus.
Thank you for not.
That's going old there.
Did you guys see the girl that can't dance?
Which one?
Yeah, you gotta be more specific, dude.
On Twitter,
Yeah, no.
the girl that was owning Trump, the Liberate America of
Oh
Trump.
yeah, I saw that one.
Oh, the
Okay,
one you
go
and
on.
Monkey talked about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Man.
Oh, lesbian pants girl.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ. Crotch in those things is big enough to hold a dick that's much bigger than mine, and I'm not ashamed to admit it.
So, how do you find this clip?
I
What
threw
was
the link
it?
in the side chat so you
Oh,
can.
side check.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is like high schoolers could get choreograph better.
Yeah. I blame her giant forehead.
Nah, I blame those pants, man. Jesus.
Yeah. She
That
wears
end,
like
she
pants
forces
like
the
purple.
wink. Like
Equality.
She looks like she's trying to smuggle lumber out of Lowe's in those things.
Okay.
And see, we just brought the conversation back to what it was initially about, Johnny.
yeah, home improvement. And
Exactly.
smuggling wood.
Smuggling wood.
Is that what the kids are calling it now? This bitch has a Patreon.
Of course she does.
I did not say lesbian
Oh,
pants girl.
I like Lauren Chen. She's like, why wouldn't you do this to music? It would be less cringe if there was music. I don't think anything would save it.
No, it's horrific. Her patron is full of weird photos. Wait till you see this shit. Here, I'll show you guys a picture of her. She has got like wrinkles. Like she looks way older in this close-up shot.
Oh, there it is.
See what I mean? Look at the wrinkle line.
How old is she supposed to be?
I don't know, but I thought she was in like her 20s, and that was just kind of sad. Now this is real sad. Like you do that little minute-long dance, and the shirt equality, really?
Yeah, that's you know what that shirt is. That's
terrible
like
idea.
something.
Put women back in the kitchen.
I would wear this shirt, and it would make me look like a domestic abuser. It's two fists.
It's a very teenagey kind of t-shirt, honestly. But
yeah,
there you go.
Look at the size of her forehead. That's the first indicator that something's wrong, because she'll headbutt you and give you a brain injury.
When your hairline is just billboard.
Does she
space.
have tiers to her Patreon?
Oh yeah. But look at these wrinkle lines, and you can see her lips have some lines there. She's older than college age.
I'd be interested to see what I can afford.
Well, there's a $5 and $10 a month.
Okay, so there's not like $100 every month or something like that for the mega simps.
What surprisingly not, but it wouldn't surprise me if that's in the works with the popularity of that clip. But for $5, you get access to photo sets, blogs, updates, videos, and for $10, you get a monthly shout out on Twitter and a personal message.
I reserve the right to deny
totally
this perk
worth
based on one's content being inappropriate.
Yeah.
Darn.
Define inappropriate. Is
I
it
was
because
just
you have a
gonna
giant
say.
forehead? Yeah, she's got some pictures. See, she looks cute there. Even though she's got the mom
maybe
jeans.
the stomach.
Those are the
I don't
same
know about
pants.
Keep from afar.
Probably.
And the thigh
Those
gap.
are very comfortable pants, actually.
Yeah, I do
They
like the
look
thigh
cute.
gap. But let's scroll down here and do some sit-ups. I'm gonna judge women for a second here because, like, that skirt is.
Do we
doing
need to
all
go?
favors.
Do we need to go back to Bat Cow?
Oh, that is a whole no.
Look at this. This is a terrible combination. It looks like she robbed a homeless person behind a thrift store.
And she killed his dog and made a coat out of him too.
Yeah, like what the hell is? These are three things that don't go together.
Was that
like that skirt is at her belly button?
Was that dog a 1920s gangster out of Chicago?
It might be, or a shag carpet.
Does the shirt say "Don't text the ex"?
Don't text the ex.
Text the ex.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, woman.
Yeah, it looks like she's bow-legged here, the way she's standing. Models shouldn't stand like this. That makes the photo look weird.
That makes perfect posture.
Look how edgy she is with her Impeachment Now hat and that same dog fleece, whatever that is.
You know, I find it funny that that's a red cap, and she has not been punched in the back of the head.
Well, there's always hope. But again, with the mom jeans up to her belly button, is that a trend I'm missing out on?
No, my niece has a pair of pants like that, and it's just like, are you preparing for a flood?
Yeah,
they are comfortable. High-waisted pants are the best.
Yeah, but you don't want to wear a circle.
Do you know what that looks like to me? That looks like a 70-year-old farmer.
Okay, let me learn you.
The
female anatomy. Okay. The small part of our bodies, the waist,
by the way, I got
right?
the original. That's the best part.
Don't,
the best one.
Just careful wearing it out, because apparently people get harmed in your country.
Well, it's not like I can go
hat.
outside anyway.
I know, but when you actually go.
Well, you could, and I'm gonna bet you if you wore that hat now, people would definitely stand 6 feet away from you, at least.
Oh no.
Well, I suppose if anyone comes after you, you can always shout at them, or cough on them, and they'll run away. Yeah.
Man, if I knew that worked, I'd be doing that for the last 20 years. But especially at Walmart. Oh.
Well, I mean, I'm just thankful that now after 15 years, my smoker's cough finally comes in handy.
Right?
It clears the way.
Don't get him excited.
If I go grocery shopping, I go straight to the front of the line now, man.
Don't get Jack excited there, Eve.
She wants to fight me in Knoxville. Joke's on her. I couldn't find Knoxville.
I don't think anyone fights in Knoxville.
Apparently not.
Clearly not.
And before that opens up a can of worms.
I'm a unitard!
Oh, Ralph.
Well, hey, listen, guys. It's been fun, but my PC's gonna brick here any second, so I'm gonna jump off here.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah. Thanks for having
Have
me.
a good day.
I will not.
How would that attitude?
Only because you said I should. And you're a woman. I do not respect your opinions at all.
All right. Enjoy your misery.
Oh, well, see, now I'm going to be happy all day. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I like that guy.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you guys got planned today?
Hey, Terry.
Oh, hey, Terry. I have a whole lot of stuff I have planned that I'm not going to do. I'm invested in fighting the squirrel today. So I got some bug bombs that I'm dying to throw around, see if that works.
I think this squirrel of yours is immortal.
No, because he keeps inviting friends over, because I've killed several squirrels now. But it starts off with one, and then a second one appears. Like,
this is how the emus won Australia, Jack.
I know, right? But I'm resigned to this is my life struggle now.
Oh, nice video there, Camel.
I would have sent it to Jack too, but he's not following me.
Oh, what? I'm not?
No.
Oh, hold on. I'll remedy that right now. if my internet will load.
Yeah, that'll just strengthen Terry's conspiracy that we are one and the same. Now that you're following me.
Well, yeah. I don't want to disappoint.
They deserve this. So much. So much.
Sorry, I didn't
That-
expect it to be so funny.
Just the science alone, that is painful.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Because that, I mean, the boiling water is hot enough. But to
So
add,
I figured something would have happened because the coils are still hot.
well, yeah, the other
It got better.
The other coils were on too, and it wasn't even. Oof, that just hurts.
Just can't stop.
You know, I think of childhood of watching America's Funniest Home Videos and watching people get hurt all the time has desensitized me to this stuff. I mean, I find them funny, not like, oh, I hope they're okay.
Well, I was listening to an interview with Bob Saget, and he was talking about one of the first episodes he did, and there was a guy, just an old guy, he fell hard, and like all these people are laughing, and he's just like, "You guys are monsters."
Yeah.
Shia says there's a fourth Jackass movie being made.
Why?
No.
You know,
I guess
I
need money.
liked it at 2. 3 was kind of like, all right, I'm done.
Just
I
don't.
lost interest when I lost the Deadpool, man. I had Bam Margera going long before Ryan Dunn.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Ryan Dunn.
I mean,
was
that's
Paul
not
Walker.
really a fourth, is there? There was Jackass 1, 2, 3, and then like 2.5. So this would be like a fifth Jackass movie.
Well, it was
There
two and
was
a
also
half,
three
and then
and a half.
there's the fucking that one movie they put out.
That one.
There's a movie. I don't know if it's Jackass.
Oh, Bad Grandpa? Is it that one?
Oh.
Well, there was
Or
that
Johnny
one.
Knoxville's.
I guess that.
Yeah.
I guess that counts.
Well, that wasn't a Jackass. That was just them taking an idea from Jackass and making a whole movie out of it.
Yeah.
And then, there's a movie. I think it's some camp movie or whatever. I have to look this up.
I mean, I thought it was kind of funny when I was in like junior high.
It's the true story of Johnny Hellcat's channel. I don't want myths. I want hard knock facts.
I never really got into Jackass. Just wasn't my thing. Watching morons hurt themselves is kind of what Walmart's for.
Well, I mean, it was great because it exposed a generation to Darwinism.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I was too old when it came out for me to really get into it. It just seemed like, wow, that's dangerous.
Like I said, I thought it was kind of funny when I was in junior high, and then like
Yeah,
by the time they got to Jackass 2.5, I was like, yeah, this is done.
Yeah, it was Action Point. That's the other one.
Well, the interesting thing was like seeing how far they could push MTV to put that on TV. When they started making movies, that's when it lost the appeal to me.
Well, and then they were getting submissions from people who were doing just full-on stupid shit. Hey, Terry.
Hey,
Hi, Terry.
Terry.
how's everyone?
Very
not
good.
bad. How are you?
Just woke up, so
Good morning.
tired.
What are your thoughts on the phenomenon that was Jackass, Terry?
I could not stand it. I had no idea why siblings were so keen on watching it, but I heard the premise and I said, you know what? No, I'm not going to watch that.
Yeah, it started off funny, and then once I heard people were submitting like really 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 dangerous shit. Like, here, let me dive off of this 30-foot ladder.
Yeah, no, that's
Again,
stupid.
I'm saying, man, it thin the herd, man. Embrace Jackass. Let it do Darwin's work.
Yeah. See, the problem with a show like that is you can only do so much before you have to really start upping your game, and then you get into the super dangerous stuff. And
Well, yeah, man, we got Generation Tide Pod now. Let them rip.
Yeah, that's true. It's hard to feel bad when somebody gets hurt doing something really dumb.
Yeah, and it's like they were supposedly a full human brain person, so they chose to ignore consequences or potential consequences.
See, I'm fine with idiots dying. I just don't think it should be entertainment. I was like, if you're stupid and you die, yeah, whatever. But I don't want to watch you die.
Hey, I will give Jackass credit for one thing. It exposed my generation to Super Dave.
Oh, that's true.
I'll give him credit for that.
That is true.
And,
Of course, that was around the time he got cancer, isn't it? Like,
Also true.
I mean, you could also give him the blame for him getting cancer if you want. I'm not, you take the good with the bad. Yeah, Johnny Knoxville, he is a human crash test dummy from that show. And I thought it was hilarious because when I was growing up, the state penitentiary had a prison rodeo. And watching Knoxville getting like run over by the bulls, like I can see that every like Memorial Day or whatever, Labor Day weekend. I just head over to watch the prison rodeo, and it's hilarious watching convicts doing money the hard way because you have no sympathy for them. Like, hey man, you want that commissary money? Get after it.
Well, I usually root for the bull in those anyway.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But look, there was an episode of a PBS show where they track your genealogy, and they had Johnny Knoxville on, and they were trying so hard to use a nice way of saying your family is full of inbreeds.
No, Kyler, they don't do that prison rodeo anymore. Something between the Department of Corrections and I guess like the what was that?
ACLU.
No, it wasn't anything to do with like rights or anything like that.
I think it
was,
had to do with insurance.
Local business, because like the DOC they held the event on their property, but it was the local commerce was the one that financed it.
It was very Shawshank Redemption.
I am now officially disappointed. Johnny Knoxville's name isn't even Johnny; it's Philip.
Really?
Oh,
So,
Hey man, that's what killed Carlos Mencia. It wasn't the joke thief, and it's the fact that he wasn't actually Mexican. So
His name is
Yeah.
Ned.
yeah, Ned.
Wait, he's not Mexican?
No,
He's Honduran.
He's Honduran.
Oh. Huh.
And his name's not Carlos; it's Ned. Ned Wholeness, or something like that.
That's
and yeah, Johnny Knoxville is Philip Clapp. So
oh yeah,
I
it's,
definitely changed it.
Yeah, I'd change my name to Johnny Knoxville if that was my name too.
it's good change. Good change.
But yeah, I was convinced Bam Margera would die before. I mean, the only one that I had above him in the Deadpool was Steve-O.
Yeah.
Like everyone had Steve-O,
Oh yeah.
but Bam, he was my backup.
Yeah, mine was well, of course, Steve-O, and I figured it was not Ryan Dunn, but the other one.
Pontaneous,
Chris Pontius.
Yeah,
I could see that one. Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of my guesses.
we're all talking about which one's gonna die first.
The
No,
only
I don't
know
think
about-
I don't think I would have ever called Ryan Dunn being the first one to go. That
Yeah,
yeah, and he pulled a Paul Walker before it was cool.
the only reason I know who Ben Margera is because of the Tony Hawk video games, because you could play as him in some of them.
Same as Eve. Yeah. That's what she was saying earlier in the chat.
Right. Yeah.
I like the. I didn't care as much for the actual games. My favorite part was back on the original PlayStation when they had the demos before a game. Like they had a Tony Hawk demo. Was it on a Resident Evil? Or was it a different game that my buddy had? I go over to his place and we didn't even play the actual video game because it had a story mode or something like that. We were just sitting there playing the demo of Tony Hawk, seeing who could get the higher score in like 3 minutes.
Cool.
Yeah,
So-
if his mother knew how much money she wasted just for us to play 3 minutes of a video game, she'd be pissed.
Well,
I
it depends
only played it
on
'cause
how much time you put into that. I mean, if you think
I
about
only
it,
even played the Tony Hawk games because my brother bought them, and when I went to Melbourne, that's kind of all there was to play. So, make do with what you've got. In the end, I ended up liking them, but that's the only reason I played them to begin with. Is like, well, there's nothing to do here except play Tony Hawk, and I guess I'll play Tony Hawk.
Is it just like a skateboard simulator?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You do tricks, and you get points for how detailed and complex the trick is. So,
Yeah, how many combos you can put together and
yeah.
stuff like that.
But the funniest thing was when I went to San Francisco, my first thought was, oh, wow, this is just like the Tony Hawk game. And it actually took me a second to realize, no, wait, the game is based on the city. thing, not the other way around.
Yeah, it was. We spent a lot. I think when it was that was 98 when it came out.
I couldn't remember the exact year, but something like that.
Like I remember when we celebrated the turning of the millennium. My mom let us drink for the first time. Like she let us get shit faced because of the fact that it was only going to happen once in a lifetime.
It's the end of the world. Have a drink, kids.
Yeah, pretty much.
Y2K.
It was like worst case scenario. You got to wake up to Y2K, so you're fine.
You deserve this. Your life is about to be over.
So
John's leaving out the part where, like, you know, they got their first drink, you know, in a bunker while REM was playing.
Oh, you poor dear.
It was a trailer park. There was no bunker.
Oh, excuse me.
Well, my mom says I'm cool.
And she's also a drinker, by your own admission. Obviously, her judgment is suspect.
No, but I remember that was when I learned the effects of drinking while playing video games. When my friend, he grabbed the wrong control and played through an entire round and got a score of 100. That was then we realized we should stop playing and join the party.
Well, I'm getting to the age now where, like, I feel drunk just playing some video games. Just nausea and headaches.
No.
I'm at the point where I can tell if I'm tired based on how badly I'm playing a video game, because I won't actually feel all that tired because I'm focused on the game, but I'll play so badly, it's like, okay, I gotta go to bed. I'm not just...
Wow.
That's a lot of booze there, Kyler.
Yeah, see, I start out playing games bad, so when I get tired, I can't tell.
Right. That's I tend to be decent, not brilliant, but decent. And then if it's like too late at night and I'm not feeling the tired, but I actually am, then I'll start making stupid mistakes and dying all over the place. I'm like, okay, this is not working.
Well, even though she didn't look like it, you could play as a girl throughout the other ones. There was Elizabeth Steamer. There, Eve.
Hey, Jack, I got a question for you that's pretty well up your alley. I was scrolling through Twitter and somebody put up a tweet. It says, Moon Knight versus Batman, straight up fight. Who wins? Who you got?
I'd go with Batman.
Any particular reason why? Because I'm not as familiar with Moon Knight. Like, he's one that I've only started hearing about in the past couple of years. Because I enjoy comic book characters, but I am not a aficionado.
I do have to ask one question. I mean, clearly this fight is taking place at night. What phase of the moon is it?
Yeah, see, that's the problem with comparisons like this. There's always variables. And you have to take into account the situation, what everybody's power set is, and it could go either way. It always can.
Yeah.
Like, Robin could beat the Hulk if the Hulk is in Bruce Banner mode. So it's always situational and what the terrain is, stuff like that. But just as characters, I would probably go with Batman just because there's a lot more establishment of what his abilities are than Moon Knight. Plus, the last 20 years or so, Moon Knight has had split personalities. And that is a major character flaw that could be manipulated.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
especially if Batman had if Batman knew that, then he could create some fear toxin of scarecrows and hit him with that, and it could cause him to trip personalities.
That's a dick move. Does Batman using the sphere toxin?
Why not?
Well,
You're trying to
Batman's
win
kind of a dick. I mean,
is.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
And this is basically my knowledge of Moon Knight is Wikipedia and Marvel Pinball.
Yeah.
So bear with me on that.
They're gonna make a TV series about him on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
So, I think they're gonna fuck it up though.
I can almost guarantee it.
Yeah. Sadly.
They're trying to
Is
think of
Disney
who
Plus
would
worth it?
be down to play.
They were talking about getting a black actor. I forget whose name was being floated, but
Shia raises a good question in chat. Can a black Batman go out at night without Robin? And
yeah, you tell him he's got to go buy cigarettes.
You know, I just looked up Moon Knight on IMDb because that's usually where I go, and it's bad when the first thing they show is Ray with the Darth with the robe on from the Rise of Skywalker, and I'm like, well, that's a sign that it's going downhill.
Yeah.
Only thing I've watched on Disney Plus is Mandalorian.
Yeah, there's a lot of like the old Disney stuff, like Cat from Outer Space and other weird, obscure movies that probably all of you guys haven't seen.
No, I have the book. I have the book tie-in for Cat from Outer Space.
Yeah, if you ever
I
get a
love that
chance
book.
to watch it, it's actually a fun movie, especially if you like cats.
Yes, I've always wanted to see it. I got it. It was like in a random like kids. I got a box full of like kids. I inherited from like some family friends, a bunch of books from their kids, and it was there, and I've loved that book.
Yeah,
It's so good.
Cat from Outer Space, Escape from Witch Mountain, Watcher in the Woods. Those are all actually pretty solid movies.
I've seen the latter two. Just the cat I couldn't find, Cat from Outer Space, but I've seen every single version of Witch Mountain movies, even the Rock one, which wasn't great, but the older ones are better.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And Watcher in the Woods, I never knew was Disney when I watched it when I was little, because it's so freaking creepy and weird.
Yeah,
That it. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was cutting you off. I apologize. Go ahead.
No, I love those kind of very weird. I don't even know, mystery, suspense, fantasy kind of stuff that it almost reads as kind of a Twilight Zone episode, not really, sort of like an Are You Afraid of the Dark? What Are You Afraid of the Dark kind of became, because it's obviously many years between the properties, but yeah, no, it's great.
The 70s was a
great
really weird time for TV and movies in general. So if you really want a weird experience, watch Watcher in the Woods and then watch a movie called Burnt Offerings. They're almost identical, but Burnt Offerings is like the fucked up adult version of it.
Okay.
And I highly recommend it because it's a pretty weird haunted house movie. But it's very similar to Watcher in the Woods. Like, creepy similar. There was another one from the 70s called the book was called The Ghost That Was Mine. And I don't remember the name of the movie version, but it's about this kid starts seeing this ghost. And it turns out she wants her doll back and it's in a well. And it's really messed up. And it haunted me for years. But it was like watching The Ring, but from the 70s.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
Like
that was mine.
I do have a rumor list for the cast.
Oh yeah.
Number 1 would be Shia LaBeouf.
Oh God, no, ruined already.
Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe was also rumored, but he's like, yeah, that's not going to happen.
Smart.
The second is Logan Marshall Green, who I have no idea who that is.
Never heard of him.
But he's apparently labeled as Tom Hardy.
Logan Marshall Green. That name sounds familiar.
So
Just can't put a face to it.
Has Shia LaBeouf ever done anything other than shout at people to just do it? Like, is he actually famous for something, or is he?
He
Or
was
is he just the
in Even Stevens.
Yeah, he was in Even Stevens. He was in some other kids show, and then he was on.
Holes, yeah. I actually really I liked him in that. It was a good movie. They did a good job.
Holes was definitely a Disney movie.
Oh,
Yes, it
Logan
was.
Marshall Green. Okay, that's the dude from that movie Upgrade.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the one I haven't seen. Got it.
He could do it. Out of that list, he's the best one.
Michael Huisman.
Do you remember the? Did you ever see that movie Devil, Johnny? Where they're
Devil.
all in the elevator?
No.
Oh man, you're killing me here. That was a decent one too.
That's the hidden M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Oh, that was M. Night Shyamalan?
I think so. There was one movie that people were like, "Oh, this is fantastic." It ended up being him. And he was like trying to get his career back.
He was credited for the story. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
John Eric Dowd directed it. Brian Nelson wrote the screenplay. Yeah, those are a couple good movies for you to check out, Johnny. They're actually pretty decent.
Okay. Oh, you shocker number 1.
I think Shyamalan fell into the trap of he's famous for the guy that does the twists. So you go into every one of his movies expecting a twist, and then like if you weren't expecting it, it might actually catch you off guard. But because straight away,
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost me with the Happening.
Oh God, that was horrible.
Is that the Evil Grass movie?
Yeah, that's the Evil Grass movie with Marky Mark.
Evil Planet.
but there is an
haven't
upside.
seen
The upside to that movie is when the nudes of the celebrities got leaked, the name The Fappening actually made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, like the only movie of his that I really liked was Unbreakable.
Yeah, I liked Unbreakable. I didn't mind The Village. I thought the premise was interesting.
The one that bothered me about that one is like, okay, so they're living in modern times. How come none of those motherfuckers ever looked up and saw an airplane?
It was a no-fly zone. They explained that.
Okay, so I didn't watch the movie. I just heard the ending. I was like, it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie. I'll wait for the spoilers.
Yeah.
So,
It can't be that good.
Number.
there's a
Oh, go ahead.
there's a book for children called Running Out of Time, I think. Something around that, like something to do with time, that is basically identical, minus the evil monsters that are keeping people in check in the movie, to that. And when I first saw it, I was like, hey, this is something I read as a kid. And it's basically all the things identical in the book. They're living in, a pioneer town, and all the children are raised in this idea that they're actually living 100 years in the past, kind of stuff. But it was written like in the 80s, I think, so probably less airplanes. But that is the one thing she never addressed, is why there's no airplanes anywhere. But it was like a big thing that he may or may not have plagiarized a children's book for that movie.
Wow.
It's by I don't know her full name. Her last name is Haddix, Haddix, and she wrote. I don't know if anybody knows about the Hidden Children series or anything like that. It's she writes a lot of dystopian kind of future books. she was kind of biggish in the 80s, 90s. But yeah, I would recommend it. It's a quick read now, I guess, if you're an adult. But
Google is telling me Margaret Peterson Haddix.
that's it. That's the one.
All right, so number 3, Rodrigo Santoro.
I don't know who that is either.
I guess he was in 300 and 300 Rise of an Empire.
So he's good looking.
If you're into that kind of thing, I guess. I don't know. He is in Westworld.
They spend like the whole movie without clothes on and oiled up.
Oh, he played Xerxes. Okay.
Oh, he was Xerxes.
Still want him, Sarah? All
No.
yours.
No.
No, he was the Hunchback.
I forgot about the 2 not good-looking people.
Then we got Jensen Ackles.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
For playing, what's the character we're playing now?
Moon Knight.
For Moon Knight.
Oh.
Okay, I think he'd probably be him. I put him as number 1, and then Logan Marshall Green as number 2. Knowing absolutely nothing about the character, I'm just going off the actor.
He wouldn't be bad.
Jason Eccles as a potential for this character?
Yeah, Jensen
I
Ackles.
don't know who like any of these people are, so
Well, Dell and I know Jensen Ackles from Supernatural. He's one of the main cast members, and then he also did. He played the voice of the Red Hood in one of the animated Batman movies.
Yep.
Exactly.
Oh, cool. He was. Is he My Bloody Valentine? Is that him in the remake?
He was in that.
Yeah,
He was
I like
also-
that.
he was al-
But it was a 3D movie that nobody saw in theaters, and so the 3D effects of like are kind of wasted when you watch it regularly, but they're still cool.
Well, the original didn't need a remake.
No, but
like most movies they remake.
Yeah.
it was
Like
during that
all
time
the
period.
movies they need to remake.
Well, they remade. It was that span of the 2000s when they remade My Bloody Valentine, House of Wax. I don't know. There's a couple of other ones, same sort of like similar movies.
Wasn't there one around? There was one around Prom too, because I think that's like a Jamie Lee Curtis movie that was remade. I had a buddy who was an extra on that one.
Just
Prom
Night. Yeah, Prom Night.
Yeah.
Prom Night 2 was a better movie.
Black Christmas, I think, was remade.
Black Christmas has been remade like 3 times now.
Yeah.
And I only I did not know this. He was in Wishbone
He was in
what?
Wishbone?
with the dog.
Oh,
For the kids show?
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Huh.
cute.
Yeah, as Shiograth mentioned Thanksgiving. That is a classic for holiday viewing. If you haven't seen Thanksgiving, be sure to watch it on Thanksgiving. Everybody will appreciate it.
And
See, I
then
don't even know when
he was also in the show Sweet Valley High, which I only remember because my sister loved that show and she tried to rope me into watching it.
Well,
Oh,
Terry, to
God.
answer your question, the proper time to celebrate Thanksgiving is in November, but the Canadians do it wrong.
Okay. Because I don't do it at all.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
you're doing it wrong too by default, but
Well, see, they didn't have any Indians in Australia. They had Aboriginals, which is a different kind of Thanksgiving.
well, you guys could always try and break bread with the emus and put that old wound to rest.
Yeah.
Never gonna happen.
I wouldn't trust them.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
It's,
Yeah, join forces
No,
to fight
I-
the Yahwehs.
I always just describe it as I'm Australian and I'm grateful, so I don't do Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's fair.
See, the next one is Brett Dalton.
No idea who that is.
That is the guy from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, I never really watched that, so
Yeah, that's
So much
the,
stuff that I've just never seen.
that's really the only thing they're bringing up about him.
like
He
the only
has
person
that
I can
very.
go ahead.
I was going to say he just has that Brett Dalton guy has a very generic American TV actor face. Like,
only-
not necessarily a good actor, just he's in everything on TV.
The only one that I can think of off of that show is Clark Gregg. That's his name, right? Agent
Coulson. Yeah.
Coulson, yeah.
Agent Jump the
I
Shark.
like
I think I
him.
watched like the first episode. I was like, oh, this seems like it could be interesting. They're continuing on with the story from the movie, and then I think I watched like 1 or 2 episodes, and they changed the time slot. I was like, yeah, never mind.
It's Agent Jump the Shark with the clones.
Yeah.
Because I don't watch TV or movies, because YouTube and video games take up so much of my time, I've got no idea who any of these people are. It's just like you could be saying John Smith over and over again for all the difference it makes to me.
Like that's what's been driving me crazy with like watching that Designated Survivor. There's some good character actors on there that I've seen them in other stuff before. I can't remember their names for the life of me. But I know, like, oh, I've seen that dude before. I like that dude as an actor. I'll watch, him over, A-list people any day of the week.
Here's
and
one
then
for you.
my girlfriend gets mad because I'm sitting there. I got the show paused. I'm pulling up IMDb. What's his name again? Shit.
Here's another one for you. Rami Malek.
Oh.
For Moon Knight.
Yeah. If you
Jack,
don't know who that
you know
is,
more about Moon Knight. What do you say to that one? Because I'm not seeing it.
If you don't know who that is, it's the guy who played Freddie Mercury.
And Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that, Al. That's terrible casting.
Yeah, that'd be bad. The next one is Oscar Isaac.
Oh, I'd watch it if it's him.
I mean, good actor, but
yeah, not a good fit.
I would watch it so hard.
Yeah, I bet you would.
Okay, so forewarning: if you're in the movie theater, don't have Sora sit behind you.
Yeah, have her sit in front of you.
He is a very pretty man, and I love his face and hair.
And she will
He has
soon
nice
have
hair.
him locked in her basement. Let's see if there's any other rumors. Yeah, there was also who did they want to see about, I think, who did they put on here at the bottom? As a stretch, they're saying Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, he's too old.
Yeah, that wouldn't work. I figured if they would have done this like 10 years ago when the rumors first started, I would have very much said, shit, I can't remember his name now. The guy from Lucky Number 11. Josh
Hartnett?
Yeah. Josh Hartnett would have been good, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I haven't seen much of him since he started that Penny Dreadful. That was Showtime, wasn't it? Or
yeah.
And now they've got like a spin-off of that. Does he have anything to do with that, or?
I am already looking it up.
Detective show?
I'll be honest, I haven't seen it. That's one of those where it's like, that seems like an interesting kind of premise. Good actors in it, and I just never got around to watching it.
I saw the first season and a half. It was okay.
I saw the first half a season, and I kind of just lost interest in it.
Yeah, it's not anything that's going to blow you away.
There's a TV show called Paradise Lost that he's going to be in.
Have anything to do with the book? Or story, whatever. I mean, was it Milton, right?
A contemporary Southern family saga that follows a prodigal son as he returns to his hometown and struggles between his past and his future.
So, no, never mind.
That sounds like a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
If it was a chick, I would have thought you were describing that show Heart of Dixie. Like, oh, I'm a big city doctor moving to a small town to get my life back on track.
And then enter every stereotype a TV show like that could have.
Yeah, exactly. That's just too generic. It's never like, oh, I'm going back to my hometown and try and open that bakery I always wanted to do and walk away from my big city lifestyle. And suddenly there's plutonium on the loose and they got to go stop some terrorists. No, that never happens. It's just her falling in love with the local lumberjack or some shit.
This is why I don't let my girlfriend touch the remote when we want to watch TV, or when she wants me to watch TV with her. It's like, hey, let's watch something together. It's like, all right, we're gonna watch something that got canceled for one season because I'm not letting you pick.
Okay, there was a TV series called Die Hard, which just initially sounded like it was gonna be shit. But
like shit
when I clicked on it, it's Kevin Hart plays a fictionalized version of himself on a quest to land an action movie role of a lifetime. So I could see it being funny, but like...
Wait, is this a movie?
It's a TV series. It's going to be like... I don't know. It's just going to be a bunch of fictionalized garbage. But it's going to probably have some funny stuff in it.
See, I have nothing against Kevin Hart as a person. From what I can tell, he seems like a pretty cool dude. But I'm tired of him. That dude... And it's not anything. It's not bad, you know. It's like that man works so much it makes me tired. You know.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to get as much as he can before the celebrity fades. You know, like Rob Schneider.
Hey, and I've got nothing against that. This is like, damn, dude. Like I like they had him and The Rock in a movie. I was like, I feel fatigued just hearing about it.
Yeah.
This sounds like too much.
What was the big controversy with him? He did something that he got...
He made a joke about his kid being gay, and so he couldn't host the Oscars.
He made a joke about his kid being gay like 10 years ago.
That's it, yeah. I remember now. Because I remember there was a big fuss. He couldn't host... I think it was the Oscars, but...
At first he refused to apologize, and then he did apologize after he wasn't hosting anymore. And before that, like the biggest, knock against him was like he got caught cheating on his wife.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Yeah, nobody cares about that.
Well, except
Yeah, except
the thing I don't get is why he apologized. Like, he'd already lost the job. He wasn't going to get it back. What did he gain by apologizing?
Nothing. That's something your publicist tells you to do. Like, oh, you have to apologize so people won't be mad anymore. No.
Or more likely they told him to apologize so it would get out of the news cycle and he'd stop getting heat for it. And then, start getting work down the line.
That would have worked 20 years ago, but now with Twitter, it doesn't work because it's just going to keep it alive longer on there. Oh, did you see his apology?
Mm-hmm. And of course, it's never going to be enough. The apology is never good enough.
Yep.
Well, an apology is an admission of guilt. Like, they don't see it as he's sorry. They see it as, if he hadn't done it and he didn't feel bad about it, why would he apologize?
This photo...
So it just makes you look guilty to the...
This photo needs to be photoshopped. Cuomo on the train tracks.
Yeah, it looks more like if you pan down, there would be somebody tied there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we Photoshop like a top hat and a twisty mustache on there?
Yes, absolutely. Get some snidely whiplash action. No,
is it
see,
actually
and just sound clip that. Meh,
No, with the Kevin Hart apology thing, he should have doubled down and been like, "Look, I'm sorry I said that. What I meant to say was that I'd be upset that my kid was gay unless he came out as non-binary. I'd much rather have a gay son than a non-binary son. If he had said that, then I would have respected him more, because at least then he's kind of doubling down on it. But apologizing just doesn't get you anywhere anymore. like you said, Camel, it's never going to be enough.
That's why I advocate for the non-apology. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're a thin-skinned pussy. Okay.
Yeah.
I apologize.
So,
I didn't realize.
I think it was Dave Chappelle. He says he starts off with an apology, goes blah de blah de blah. Have I said all the right things yet?
Exactly.
And the thing is that they're not genuine apologies. They never are. Any apologies that someone's being made to make is never genuine. I don't understand people who want these apologies.
It's
why? Like you have so little self-respect that you want someone to be disingenuous to you.
Well, it's definitely it's overdone because you can't tell when someone's honestly apologizing anymore, just because you don't know if they're being forced to or if it's something like because it's always the same apology. Well, I'm sorry I did this. Blah 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 blah. I feel bad. Blah 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 blah. I will work hard in the future to make sure this never happens again.
I disagree. I think you always can tell because it is literally never sincere.
Yeah.
It is like it is an insincere apology.
Yeah, and they do all sound kind of like they're cut and paste from the same form, like you were saying, Johnny. So yeah, they're all insincere.
I want the next big apology. I want it cut and paste from like a 1940s. Like,
yeah, see, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
See, yeah.
No, it should sound like you're being interrogated by the House Committee on Un-American Activities. I've never been a communist. I will, and just substitute word communist for something else. Like I have never been a bigot. I deny these charges.
What I think would be good is next time someone gets in trouble, instead of apologizing themselves, they just make a clip of like every other apology. So it's like 5 different people saying the exact same apology and go pretend I said that.
Just each line is from a different apology.
Yeah. You could tailor that pretty easily too. That'd be fun.
Better yet, like make the apology. Use the copy and paste method, but do it like the old ransom notes where they clip it out of magazines each letter.
I am saying this of my own free will. I'm totally not having a gun pointed at my head right now.
Meanwhile, the whole time you're reading it, you're just blinking "fuck you" in Morse code.
Yeah.
You hold up a newspaper with today's date so they know it is you at this time who is making this apology.
Yeah. Yeah. And every now and then off to the right, you see a gun come into the frame pointing at their head.
Oh, no, just the shadow of a gun from the bad lighting in the basement.
Yeah. Maybe some duct tape hanging off their wrist when they're trying to read the letter. Hands shaking. Yeah. I would respect that way more.
Well, that's why I like Dave Chappelle's, because he just didn't give a fuck. He's like, blah, blah, blah. Have I said all the right things now? I was like...
Yeah.
Did you guys see, apparently the Biden campaign didn't take a donation from Louis C.K.?
No,
apparently they didn't consent either.
Wow.
Well, you know what? They don't want it. That's fine. He can keep the money or donate it to somebody else who will gratefully accept it.
Like AOC.
I thought that was kind of funny. It's like, why do we care about comedians making donations to politicians? Why do we care that politicians didn't accept comedians' donations? Why is this a story? Who cares?
Right? People have too much time on their hands.
I mean, I guess it is kind of news that a politician didn't take money for once, but
well, I reckon Biden's campaign did take the money. He just forgot. And,
did you remember the whole previous around the time of the campaign for the previous election is everybody was going crazy because frickin' Taylor Swift wasn't having any indication of which party she aligns herself with, and people are starting to go crazy over that. freaking Taylor Swift. Why are you looking at her for political advice? And who cares whether she, if she even votes, unless
Yeah, I
she's
know.
part of the vote or die campaign. And at that point, if she doesn't vote, then you can make fun. But just the idea of like, oh, there's no indication she's not backing anyone. There's no sticker at her door. There's no she's not following any one particular candidate. Like, it's a complete crap. I'm like, this is your news.
I don't take advice from people who give relationship advice at 16.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I actually gained respect for Taylor Swift when I heard that she wasn't being political, and then she ruined it by becoming political.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was almost like at that point, I don't know if she was personally pushed into it or basically her label said like just do this because we still have you under contract, so you have to now become political.
Well, it was a dumb enough move. I can believe she came up with it.
I think what we need to do here, folks, is we need to get her in a relationship with somebody in politics, have that man break her heart, let her write an album about it, and get it out of her system.
It'll happen. She seems to get around.
I mean, we're talking, we might have like 12, maybe 16 tracks that we'll have to wade through, but then we'll never have to listen to her talk about politics again.
I'm not saying she's taking it more than Jenna Jameson. I'm just saying maybe.
It seems like a pretty close race. Well, guys, I hate to do it, but I'm going to have to drop out. I got to go do some stuff here.
We have been going for a while. So.
Yeah, I was just going to say we should end it.
Gonna grab me some lunch.
Are you going to be able to join tomorrow? Jack?
Probably not. It depends.
Okay. Well, I'll send you a link, and then if you can, then feel free to join in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, our last guest showed up right as we were closing, so I mean, the door is always open.
Appreciate it.
All right. So yeah, on that note, yeah. Any final words from people?
Have a lovely day.
Don't sniff children.
That is excellent advice, always.
Thank you.
And don't let them play with your leg hair in the pool.
Oh God, that's so weird. Yeah, don't do that.
No, I was watching Chris D'Elia's thing, his podcast that he simulcasts onto YouTube, and he showed his reaction to Joe Biden's like the leg hair thing, and just the look on his face, and I'm like, we may not agree on a lot of things, but it's nice to see that we share the same facial expression when it comes to creeping on children.
Oh God. I wished Monkey a happy birthday in the style of Joe Biden yesterday. It is we hold this birthday to be self-evident. We wish you the thing.
Wow.
I think that was one of the most unique ways of wishing anyone a birthday. Very nice.
Well, I try.
Oh yeah, it's on my phone. Well, all right.
I was just listening to whatever somebody else is listening to in the background. Sounds interesting.
That'd be the people outside.
Ah.
Well, all right. Yeah, you guys have a great day. And
take it easy, everybody.
I will.
See you later.
Goodbye.
Take care. Be well.